American Deception Part 24. 21 plus only. So in addition to meeting men on Craigslist and them having sex with me, not paying anything, throwing me out in the dark, in the night, alone, getting abducted, which I'm gonna cover, there was also an experience that seemed like an opportunity. Something was presented to me like an opportunity in a studio. In Hollywood, I'm not saying in Hollywood, or let me just say in America, a lot of people take advantage of being undocumented, because at this time I had already run out of status. You know, my student visa, I was not going to school. So if you have a student visa and you're not going to school, it means you're out of status. So I was out of status and desperate. And something came that, you know, was completely against, you know, my Seventh-day Adventist morals and upbringings. I ended up as a sex worker for the first time in my entire life. How did this happen? So I met this white man from London, UK, who was living in Hollywood. He owned a studio in West Hollywood, and somehow I found myself there. I don't remember exactly how we met, but I found myself inside a studio in West Hollywood. In this studio, he took several photos of me naked, wearing only a thong. He provided the thongs and the G-strings. I was the only black girl there, but he had so many other women, white women, Hispanic women, Asian women. And what we had to do is get live naked on camera and chat with men that are in UK and Europe. And he told us to choose a nickname. Okay, so it would go something like this. After I took the photos, first of all, the most crazy thing is that for the first time, I got naked in front of a man and he never slept with me. So that was a little bit shocking. But after he took photos of me, after I took several photos of me naked, you know, wearing high heels, body oiled, a lot of oil on the body, high heels, only a thong or a lingerie. After I took naked photos of me, he got me in front of a camera, and my nickname then was Lorraine. So I would go something like this, like I'm naked, like, hi, my name is Lorraine, I'm so lonely here in Hollywood, I'm looking for somebody to chat with me, please come and chat with me, and then just dance and play on the camera, touch my boobs, touch my body, touch this. So at one point, you know, I used to get phone calls, and then when they call, they get charged a lot of money per minute. So this appeared like an opportunity where you can get rich quickly. Yes, I wanted to get rich quickly. I wanted out of homelessness. I wanted to even own a place. I could not own a place in LA. I wanted money. Maybe I could even get money to go back to school. School was always in the back of my mind. I want to go back to school. I want to go back to school so bad. So I'll do anything to go back to school and take care of my family back home. So on the first day that I met this man, you know, doing all this, and then when the man calls on the phone, they will tell you, can you touch your boobs? Touch my boobs. Can you touch your down in there? Touch down there. Can you turn around? Can you show me your butt? Can you twerk? Can you slap your behind? Can you call my name? Can you have sex with me? So I was not getting paid, you know, for my work or my skills. I was getting paid. I stopped being a human being and I became a product, basically. I was a product, now selling my body for the first time in my life. This is how I got into sex work in LA. The first day, the man paid me $500. This was shocking. This was a lot of money. You know, I had never seen this kind of money being paid to me by anybody in a single day. So I remember that I went and I got a room, you know, somewhere to sleep, take a shower, change. Whenever in LA, whenever I talk about, you know, getting a place to lay my head, it was always like somewhere, renting somebody's house, you're looking for a roommate. I never once rented my own place in LA. I just couldn't afford it. It was too expensive for me. So looking, you know, for a couch to crash, always living with people throughout the time I was in LA. So I moved in and I'm living with this person. I don't remember who it was this time. Random people, roommates from Craigslist, right? And I'm going back. I did this job for only a few days until one day somebody called and it was an African man. And I heard the accent and I don't know which country in Africa he was from. And this is what I'm going to tell you. The first thing he said when I picked up the phone, I thought he was going to tell me, oh, touch your boobs, oh, show me your butt. But he said, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. You are embarrassing Africa. You are embarrassing African culture. You are a very young, beautiful lady. You should go back to school. What the heck do you think you are doing? Why are you getting naked in front of the camera? And you should even ask, why was he watching me in the first place? I want to talk directly to African men, especially the men that love to judge women, especially the men that love to call on morality without offering a solution. This is something that is so common in African culture. The men that will call upon immorality without offering a solution. This man called me names, called me stupid, called me dumb, called me out for disrespecting African culture without offering a solution, without asking, how did you get here? You are so young. Why are you doing this? Why are you getting naked in front of the camera? What is the story? What is happening? How can I help? How can I help you go back to school? How can I help you get back on your feet? How can I help you? Why are you doing this? Why? What has happened that has made you think this is the thing you can do? So I'm calling again on the moral callers, the ones that are so holy, they are so pure, and the women are always the evil, the ones that call women malaya, but don't offer the solution. Shame on you. So this man really lectured me, really embarrassed me, really made me feel like nothing. In fact, when he was done with me, I burst out crying. And while, this sex work was not something I am proud of, I can confidently tell you that the man that I was doing sex work for never once touched me, never once abused me, never once had sex with me himself. This was virtual sex and I'm not proud of it, but at the same time, he had compassion. He had more compassion than the people in the church. He had more compassion than the people in He had more compassion than the people that are judging me, So he asked me what is wrong, and I told him I don't want to do this job anymore. I don't want to do this kind of work. And he said, I am so sorry. I am not forcing you to work here in the studio, and if you don't want to do this kind of work, it is okay. You are free to quit. He paid me all my money, and I left in peace. I left, I went back to the place where I was staying. The money that comes fast also goes very, very, very fast. And I'm going to talk about it more. But we need financial literacy and education, especially in Africa. I went, I spent all that money. I did what I had to do, whatever, paid for a few days. And then again, I was homeless for the millionth time in Los Angeles. I was homeless so many times in LA. So many times I couldn't shower. So many times I didn't have hot food. So many times I didn't even have $1. And sometimes when I got $1, I could buy that, McDonald's burger for $1. I don't know if it still exists, but so many times I was so desperate. Homeless, and a woman and a young girl, in that. And imagine not feeling safe or comfortable enough to go to any church, because either I'm going to get judged, I'm going to get called lazy, or I'm going to get threatened with deportation. So I was alone on the streets and just trying to survive, and nothing was working. Coming back to part 25, I'm going to share with you when there was again some hope. The lawyer that I met from Westwood, California. Stay tuned, go on my bio and check out my book, which is on Amazon. In Kenya, you can buy my book directly from me, or you can buy my book from Nuria Bookshop on Moi Avenue or Kibanga Books, okay? Thank you so much and see you in the next one.